And you feel maybe like sitting in an abandoned house in an abandoned city, and at some point you come out of that and you take the car and you drive in the social life again. First of all, I found a picture. The picture that is on the cover is done by a friend of mine, and it's he's not a photographer. He's a person that travels a lot to the US, and he made this picture outside of Las Vegas, which is a empty parking lot, like a construction that should have been a parking space, but nobody was taking care of that anymore, and so he made this picture because it's standing in the kind of desert. And I was looking at this building, I felt like maybe I should look into abandoned buildings. And so I went to the internet, I put in abandoned buildings, abandoned cities, and abandoned places. And then I found this list on Wikipedia that was saying that there are 2,500 abandoned cities in the world, which I was totally fascinated by, because I was thinking, oh man, that's a lot. That this was quite coping with my music. I had the impression that I felt, while I was doing the music, I felt as well lonely in a way sometimes, but not in a bad way. I don't know, when you are working on films and you're cutting things, maybe you get into this zone where you just lose time, and then you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I'm sitting alone in a room, and if I would fall from my chair with a heart attack, nobody would actually find me in a way like that. But on the other side, it's very nice to be to forget yourself as well, you know? The city appeared to me like a city that was left very quickly. You know, seeing the pictures, it appeared like it was a full intact community from my point of view, and then from seeing the pictures, it felt like people just left from one day to the other. And in a way that appeared to me a little bit like an apocalyptical city. And Pripyat, the music of Pripyat is quite a song that is very based on sounds. So there are a lot of very atmospheric sounds, maybe like sounds in a ghost town. Both poles of being extremely happy and being extremely tired and exhausted, they're both there. Beforehand, maybe you were looking for inspiration in a cafe, so you were sitting there and waiting for maybe something that's coming to you. And once you have a family and kids, you have 5 hours to be inspired.